Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chu, a physical therapist. And yes, I'm your alternative career coach. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Tuesday side hustle. And we're going to interview two-letter case tonight. All right. We'll be back in a few seconds.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing. Claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, Alternative Healthcare Career Group. What is going on, my Facebook friends and YouTube friends? I'm sorry, I keep on looking down. I'm looking at my face here in my video or whatever you call this computer. I need to be looking up the camera, all right? Well, anyway, tonight is going to be an awesome night. Well, any night is an awesome night, right? But before I keep on going, thank you very much, HelloNote. Check it out, hellonote.com. Let me show that thing real quick. If I have it here. Well, we don't have it here right now, but thank you very much, HelloNote. If we use that HelloNote for our documentation system in our EMR, it's easy to use. It's so quick. You know, it's for outpatient Part B. It's not for home health. Obviously, it's different, but we use it for our outpatient Part B. You know, whatever insurance that you want to use, basically for outpatient, right? Well, anyway, and of course, I'm going to show this real quick. Well, where did that go? You can also check out MedBridge Education. There it is. MedBridge Education. Check it out. MedBridge Education is going to give you 40% discount. Speaking of that, I need to get one because I got like a voucher from the school that I've been CI clinical instructoring, if there's a word for that. Hey, by the way, if you're watching live, comment live, watching the replay, comment replay. But you got to check out medbridgeeducation.com. Use the code alternative. You get 40% discount, not 10, not 20, but 40%, right? I wish they give us 50, right? But, you know, that's too much already. So I think it goes down to around $200 a year. And it has the home exercise program and stuff like that. It's amazing. So check it out, medbridgeeducation.com. All right. But before we keep on going, you know, we want to encourage you all the time, right? We want to encourage you right over there. Well, it's not working. Wait for it. There you go. See there? Be reborn to your possibility every day. Be reborn to your possibility every day. Yes, yesterday happened. The night happened, you know, the night passed away. New day. There's always a new day. So be reborn to your possibility every day. It's a new day. Every day is a new day. You know, me and my wife, we would travel down to our clinic and we would always thank God and say, thank God, this is a new day for us to start anew. We may have sinned yesterday. We may have made mistakes yesterday. We may have, you know, something happened yesterday or last night or whatever. A new day is a new day. All right. A new day is a new day, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, Will, I can see my aunt watching. Thank you very much for my family who is watching. Thank you, Auntie. How are you? I love you. Well, anyway, for those people who are watching, you know, comment live, watching on the replay, comment replay. And tonight we have a special guest, not just a guest. It's guest with the S. Right, with the S. They're both actually therapists. So let me just go ahead and introduce our first guest tonight. So, Jesse, thank you very much for watching live, Mr. Jesse Davenport, the awesome physical therapist there at Nashville, wherever he's at there at Nashville. You gotta check him out. Elevate physical therapy, you know, because he elevates the profession, he elevates his treatment. So Elevate Physical Therapy, check him out there. He's just an amazing guy. Just an amazing guy, ladies and gentlemen, at Nashville. Jesse, Dr. Davenport there. Well, anyway, let's go back to introducing people. Our guest for tonight. Her Her name is Kira Boyd. Who's ever going to edit this video, can you just take that out later? She's actually a physical therapist. She's an outpatient clinician of 22 years, undergraduate degree from UNC Chapel Hill, exercise science with a specialization in athletic training. Oh gosh, too much information here. She is an athletic trainer. MSPT. We had to call her Master, right? Master Kira Boyd, right? And she also was a athletic trainer for the football program at the University of Miami. She started her career in a high-profile sports medicine clinic in New York, right? In New York City in 2000 as a PT slash AT slash athletic trainer slash CSCS, whatever you call that. And then now she moved to North Carolina, okay? And she worked as a therapist and now owns a clinic, all right? So she now owns a clinic there. And her clinic is called, I need to find it again, Synergy PT Clinic in North Carolina. All right, so without further ado, we're just going to interview her, who she is, what does she do, let her introduce herself. It's just an amazing person here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Miss ATC Kira Boyd.
Hello.
Well, Kira, I know you're a very busy person. So could you please tell us who you are, what you do, and how can you help us find our alternative career? What are you doing now in your practice, in your profession, and what kind of alternative career or side hustle have you been doing lately?
Sure. I own an outpatient private practice specializing in orthopedic, sports medicine, and pelvic rehab. And we have 7 clinicians. I'm still a treating clinician, also the CEO and owner of the business, so I wear a lot of hats with that. But I got approached about a health coaching program, and actually it was a situation where my husband and I needed to make some changes with our own health, putting our own health to the side, working late hours, and just letting that not be our priority. So we actually committed to it ourselves first and ended up losing 130 pounds together in less than a year. He was able to normalize his blood pressure without pharmaceuticals and just really change the trajectory of our health. And we knew that since we had had so much success with that and focusing on mindset work, focusing on sleep, focusing on nutrition, it could be something that would be a complement to what our patients often needed and even their family and friends. So we brought that into our clinic. We actually formed a separate LLC and business that is Mission Wellness Health Solutions to keep a little bit of separation between our insurance-based clinic. And so now both him and I went through a certification program, and we work with clients remotely with health coaching. Most of them are pursuing weight loss goals and nutrition goals. And it's just given us another alternative where we can do this more remotely, add a value add to many of our patients, and just still serve the needs of optimizing their health, mobility, and well-being. So I enjoy it. I split time now with the health coaching remotely and still seeing patients and managing the business.
Wow. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? She's the CEO. She's got 7 clinicians in her clinic, and she's starting this side hustle. And sometimes, in order for you to find your alternative career, ladies and gentlemen, you got to learn how to open up your mind. You got to be open-minded. Some people, they don't want to hear that word open-minded because it's more like on the networking or multi-level. No. What I'm talking about here is you got to be open-minded on how to really find your alternative career. If you're actually just finding another profession, it's not a career, it's just a profession. You can get fired from it too. But if you really open up your mind to change and learning more techniques, learning more ways how to improve your outcome with your patients, that's when you start finding your alternative career. I just keep on going around. But how did that? Why did you decide to go this health coaching program? I mean, is it because you're done with insurance base, or you just want to venture out or scale your clinic, Kira?
Certainly. Well, going through COVID and the financial challenges of that and having to shut our clinic down and having to navigate that made me realize that I needed to diversify our income. And, I do have an exit strategy one day that I, would like to move in a different direction where I'm not bound to having to be in the clinic all day, every day, and still wanted to be able to serve people's health needs that didn't require me physically being present at all times. And after 22 years as a manual physical therapist, there are days that I come home where my hands are sore and tired, and I wanted to have something else that would almost protect my health and not just be, requiring me going in and putting my hands on patients all the time, but also just that value add that some of our patients, we could be the best clinicians in the world and provide great manual therapy and prescriptive exercise and patient education and body mechanics training, but they really needed to decrease the inflammation in their body. They needed to work on their sleep habits. They needed to lose weight. For example, I have a patient right now that, a former patient who's now a client with the health coaching, and his goal is to get his BMI to a certain level so that he can hopefully have back surgery. A surgeon won't operate on him until he's at a more appropriate BMI. And certainly if he can get his weight under control, hoping that he can maybe even avoid the surgery altogether. So now having another service that we can offer to him, and he already has that relationship with our business. He's seen the success me and my husband have, so that credibility, and we're living it ourselves, and he trusted us with it. So I just love that diversification of income and revenue, giving me some time freedom that I can still work, but not having to be there at the clinic at all times, and still giving back and helping in that manner.
Perfect. I like those two several words that you mentioned about diversifying, ladies and gentlemen. You can't put everything in one basket. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, especially with what's going on right now. And there's so much, changes right now, regulation, COVID, and you just can't put your one basket. And even what happened to me, I got fired in my job, and not just one, but twice and three times. I just kept on applying. And imagine if I didn't have any other side hustle, like doing this show, doing my speaking gigs, writing books. If I didn't have those, I wouldn't be able to pay all my, our bills. So you got to make sure you learn how to diversify, whether you have your own clinic, whether you have your own, or you're working for someone else. You got to learn how to diversify, and then move, that way you have multiple sources of income, just like a chair. You got four legs, right? You take off one, it's still going to stand up, right? Still got other three legs. Take off two, it's going to be a little bit wobbly, but at least you're still standing. Take up, if you just one leg to stand on, well, guess what? You're just going to fall if that company fired you or that certain industry fired you, right? So, and then I like what Kira mentioned here too, value added. What kind of added value are you providing? Then you can ask more. Then you can charge more. And that's what Kira is doing. She has her therapy clinic, at the same time adding value in health coaching, nutrition and stuff like that. So Kira, aside from your website, where can they reach you? What kind of program do you offer and everything like that?
Typically, people will reach out to me directly through my email. It's kboyd@synergyptnc.com. And that would be if they're interested in the health coaching services directly. I send them a health assessment form. They fill that out. We jump on the phone together and chat. And because I can work with people remotely, I have clients in Arizona, I have clients in New York, people I've never met personally, but family and friends have steered them to me, or they have found me even on my, personal social media account. As far as individuals that are interested in looking at this as a side hustle themselves, I do mentor other coaches. I have two of my clients that actually have gone through the coaching curriculum, and our clients are taking on clients right now. I do keep a degree of separation that I do not coach my own patients. I don't want a conflict of interest with that. So if they're an active patient of mine, I will steer them to one of my partner coaches. One is a mental health therapist who worked with me, lost 50 pounds and changed her health. And so she's adding this to her own mental health practice, that she's an independent practitioner with that. And the other one has a background as a dental hygienist. So again, people in different healthcare industries that are seeing the value of diversification of their income, having an option that does not require them working one-on-one with clients or patients to have more time freedom and to work from different locations. And so, yes, reaching out to me through the website or my email is the best way to contact me.
Wow. Well, thank you very much again, Kira, any last parting wisdom for, I mean, before I say the last parting wisdom, what is your
Yeah.
biggest challenge right now on whatever you're doing right now, and then how did you turn this around? So
Setting boundaries. Sometimes I will make myself too accessible to both my employees and my patients, and not so much patients. I do have a good boundary with that, but my employees and my health coaching clients, that it's okay to set appropriate boundaries and give people windows of time that they can reach you. And you kind of have to protect your space and protect your energy a little bit too. So I think when we're in these giving professions, we can often give so much of ourselves. So that's been my biggest challenge, that I want to help and serve people so well, but sometimes I need to be better about setting boundaries on my time and my availability, and that's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's so true. That's so true, ladies and gentlemen. I love what you said. Learning how to, set boundaries, learning how to say no. Because if you say no today, you can say yes to tomorrow. And some people would ask me, why are you charging Michael for all your consultative service? Hey, I mean, yeah, I have to. You know, I mean, you're taking out my time to spend with my family, right? So I
Yeah.
gotta charge that. And then of course I'll use that money to take my wife out to a nice dinner or whatever. So you gotta learn how to set that boundary. Again, Kira, thank you very much. We appreciate you
Thank
for sharing
you.
your alternative career. Don't go yet, but we're gonna bring in our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put myself in here. So, Kira, thank you very much again. We appreciate you. If you need, coaching and therapy thing, somewhere in North Carolina, reach out to Kira. Check out her website, synergypt northnc.com. Check her out. All right. Well, and then of course, our next guest is also another K, letter K, from Kira to Kristen, right? And let's go ahead and bring her in. But before I bring her in, let me just find her bio real quick. There you go, Kristen. I finally found your bio here. Kristen is actually a physical therapist. Woo! Shout out, physical therapist. Got 3 out of 3 here. So she is a board certified health and wellness coach. We're going to ask her how she's doing this right now, and I think that's what they're doing here right now. So, and she's also a yogi mom. I don't know what a yogi mom is. Maybe a yoga. So yeah, I guess 15 years of experience. It doesn't look like that. Both our guests tonight look so young, right? And now she has, Kristen. She's been traveling, doing physical therapy, and had opportunity to work and travel in different settings. So now she's doing this holistic practitioner and health coaching, and that's why we invited her here to come in. Let me take off this thing here. To come in and talk to her what is really her alternative career. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Kristen Bingaman. What is going on, Kristen?
Hi.
You know what?
Hello,
I really love when we have guests. They have their headset, a nice microphone, and everything like that.
Oh,
It's just
thanks.
it just makes our podcast and their show really nice. So thank you very much for coming, Kristen. So could you please tell us who
Absolutely.
you are, what you really do, and what is your side hustle
I
that
would
you can
love
share in our
to.
group?
I would love to. Yeah, my name's Kristen Bingaman. I am a physical therapist. I've been a PT for 15 years, believe it or not. Physical therapist for 15 years. And I think my transition to this more holistic approach was really more of a heart-centered place. And just realizing as a PT that I wasn't always able to treat the whole person. I was kind of missing parts. I was treating the physical body, but there were lots of other things that were impacting the way that people were feeling and functioning. And so it's probably been about 10 years that I've started down this path of really exploring mind-body medicine, different modalities, Pilates, yoga, and then ultimately got my health coaching certification about 3 years ago. So It's definitely something that's paired really nicely with my physical therapy practice. I've continued to practice as a physical therapist in a number of different settings, really using yoga, Pilates, coaching in addition to PT. But more recently, have decided that I really wanted to make the transition to focus primarily on coaching. So um, my side hustle is currently I am a coach for other healthcare providers, other practitioners. I've been moderating a group for the last 2 years, really around burnout and overwhelm, particularly for providers and their families. Yogi Mom, I teach both adult and kids yoga. So, how do we integrate these mind body practices not only with our patients, but also in our home environments as well? So, how can we use these skills and these strategies to kind of help us feel better both in the workplace and at home? And then really helping other women, healthcare professionals who are just feeling stuck, who don't really feel like they have a lot of movement in their careers, who don't really feel like they have a lot of options, to just realize that we have so many unique strengths and skills that we can lean on and utilize. And like you said, transition or pivot if we need to in order to have a career, have a life that really brings us joy and feels fulfilling.
Amazing, amazing. So, how did you started your career as a coach? I know Kira did her thing too. Is there a certification that we need to get, or can I just do this as a therapist? How does that work?
Yeah, so that's a good question. There is a board certification for coaches now, which I think is wonderful because it really sets a standard, right? Rather than just being able to say, we certainly use coaching skills as therapists. That's something that we learn in school, but the art of coaching really is different. When someone's coming to you as a therapist, the idea is they're coming with a problem and they're asking us to fix it. Whereas coaching is really more about collaborating with the patient, meeting the client where they're at, and really, kind of setting goals together. So it can look a little bit different than a traditional physical therapy relationship. So yes, there is a national board of coaches, health and wellness coaches. There are, approved certification programs, and there is a very long test. It actually took me longer to take that test than it did my physical therapy exam.
Oh wow, oh wow. Well,
Yeah.
I also took mine through 48 Days Eagles coaching, and I met so much, people, and really helped boost up my career and my professional life. Learning from different coaches. So, if you don't have a coach right now, ladies and gentlemen, you're missing a lot. You need to
I
find someone
totally
who's going to
agree.
mentor you, ladies and gentlemen. I invest. I have a speaker coach. I have a business coach. One thing I'm missing is the health and wellness coach. So I'm probably going to reach out to Kristen or Kira anytime soon. I need to lose weight. I had one, but I didn't pay her, so I wasn't invested. I paid
Mm.
her for the products that I bought, but I didn't pay her professionally. So I wasn't really invested. Sometimes you have to have skin in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Just like in the business, me and Kira and Kristen probably knows this. We're invested in our businesses because we have skin in the game. We want to put the best thing in our facility. We want to put the best thing in our patients because we have skin in the game. And same thing, if you want to move on to your career, move on to your health, you got to invest, ladies and gentlemen. So speaking of investing, Kristen, so you've invested on your coaching and everything like that. So do you have any webinars that you do, or any group that you mentioned about a group that you lead? Do you
Yeah.
do that too? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm hosting a live webinar tomorrow.
Mm.
It's called The 5 Steps to Stop Feeling Stuck in Your Healthcare Career. So, this is one of those that I've designed specifically for women rehab professionals who are just feeling kind of stuck and not really sure what the next move is. These are the 5 steps, the strategies that I've utilized to kind of make my way and transition through these different roles. And so I'm excited to be able to share that with others. I also, yes, moderate a Facebook group. It's called Resilient Healthcare Families. And this is a place where again, women working in healthcare can come to get tips and strategies and skills and really just think about how we can be our best selves, not only at work and in our careers, but also at home and for our families, because it really is about having the energy to be with the people that we love the most, as you mentioned earlier.
Perfect. I love that you mentioned that. This morning I was coaching someone. I do coaching too. I coach people how to be the best that they can be too, Kristen. So I was coaching and she was telling me, why did you start your clinic, Michael? I said, I started this not just for me. Do you want more money? I said, if I wanted more money, I wouldn't be doing this, right? But you're doing this not just for yourself, but also for your family and your community, ladies and gentlemen. And you're doing this not just to survive, but to also thrive. And also not just to leave money for your kids or your family, but also to leave a legacy. What have you done in this world, ladies and gentlemen? If just imagine you're in your deathbed and then, you got your dreams and your goals standing right there in front of you and telling you, hey, you're taking us with you. You could have written a book. You could have opened up a clinic. You already got the degree, ladies and gentlemen. You already got the looks, right? You already got the talent, the degree, the years of experience. A lot of us here in the Facebook group, they're like, oh, they don't hire experienced therapists. Well, they will not hire you, period. But guess what? You can start your own small little practice. If that makes sense. If they're not going to hire you because of your experience, go ahead. You be the hirer. If you can't be an employee, be the employer, right? If you can't be coach, try being coach or something like that. All right. Kristen, what's your biggest challenge before we bring back Kira? What's your biggest challenge in this coaching career that you've been doing as a side hustle, and how do you turn this around?
Yeah, I think it comes down to mindset, really. I think that many of us, myself included, have limiting beliefs about what is possible. And you just kind of mentioned it. We kind of get stuck. We get stuck in this circle of, I don't have the skills, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I'm too busy, all of these things that get in the way. There's these thoughts, these beliefs that stop us from being the best version of ourselves. And so I think in order to really embrace our strengths and our skill set and to be able to move forward, these are the things that we have to tackle head on. And that's something that, as you mentioned, have my own coaching around and really work hard at every day. But also it's one of the things that I really like to work on with others is sort of this resilience mindset, this mindset of being able to lean on our strengths and to continue to move forward, even when life and the world throws kind of crazy things at us. So I would say that's what it is and continues to be.
Oh, wow. I love what you said. You mentioned about the word mindset and the limiting beliefs. As me and my wife, we were just going home from our clinic, got home. And then, we talked about, how much we're earning. And when back home in the Philippines, we wouldn't thought about earning what we're earning here in the States. It was just a dream. And in that dream, we had, we'll probably never, hit this X amount of, pesos or dollars. And I was just converting money from pesos to dollars. And I'm like, gosh, we're earning, millions of pesos now. Yes, but earning 1 million pesos in the Philippines was just not a reality to us. It was just a dream. And that was the limiting beliefs that we had before, that we can only be like this. We can only be, this is it. No, we have to take off that hat, that mindset of that limiting beliefs that this is only us. If you're a therapist watching right now, whether you're PT, OT, or speech, or a PTA, or a CODA, take off that limiting beliefs that you have, because you got the degree, you got the talents that Krista's, educating us right now. And we got to change that. You got to change it. If I'm going to tell myself, hey, Michael, I need to be perfect and not start this show or this podcast or whatever, I won't be starting this. I won't be able to encourage you guys. You just have to put yourself out there. Take off that limiting beliefs. Again, Kristen, thank you very much. Thank you very much for encouraging our group. But don't go yet. We'll be back in a few seconds, okay?
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces error and allows you to spend more time with your patients. It comes integrated with billing, claims are generated once a note is completed. You can bill with one click and a patient portal, which streamlines the patient intake process. Beautifully engineered and cloud-based for easy accessibility, the software works on all platforms. You can access patient records from anywhere. We also offer 24/7 support. HelloNote is the practice management solution that you're looking for.
Yes, that is Hello Note, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out, hellonote.com. We use that in our clinic, so if you need documentation system, they're good. They're amazing. Check it out. Reach out to the CEO, Steve Gluck. Shout out to Steve. Thank you very much, Steve, for everything that you do for me. Without you, I won't be able to do what I'm doing, right? Okay. We'll do this real quick. All right. So for those people who wants to be coach, check it out. Just reach out to me. Let's go with it. Let's talk about that too. If you want to be the best that you can be. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Join our Utilization Review, CEU, and Job Prep program. Get over 6 hours of content taught by therapists just like you and become a utilization reviewer or care coordinator today. Learn the specific interview questions, LinkedIn profile optimization, and even free resume review in 2 hours of CEU credit. Learn more at alternativehealthcarecareers.com.
All right. So check it out. If you want to be a utilization reviewer, go to our website. Where is our website? AlternativeHealthcareCareers.com. Check it out. AlternativeHealthcareCareers.com. You got different careers that you can check out. So AlternativeHealthcareCareers.com. All right. So let's go ahead and bring back our guests for tonight, Miss Kira and Kristen there. Kristen and Kira, any last parting wisdom for our members in the group?
I think my wisdom would be that there's value in diversifying your income, that having something else beyond your primary job gives you flexibility, gives you opportunity for freedom, and a good challenge in some ways too. We should always be growing. So I definitely believe in challenging yourself and betting on yourself. So having a side hustle, but also something that aligns with your core values and something that I think is a great complement to what our formal training is as healthcare providers.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ms. Kira. Appreciate you. I like what she said. Did you hear what she said? ABG, always be growing, ladies and gentlemen. You got to always grow, not in weight. That's me. I'm growing in weight, but always be growing. What am I talking about? Growing in knowledge, growing in wisdom, growing in teaching other people, growing in helping other people. And the only way for you to be able to do this is by you yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You got to learn yourself too. Again, thank you very much, Kira. Appreciate you. How about you, Miss Kristen? Any last parting wisdom for our group?
Yeah, similar. I think just not only growing, but growing from a place of this strength and heart-based place. We have opportunities all the time, and really, as Kira said, finding the ones that are aligned with your values. Because if you're going to do it day in and day out, you have to enjoy what you do, or we just end up kind of stuck in this place of not being happy and not feeling well. And so as you continue to expand and empower and grow, really tapping into what it is that you want to be doing and what your strengths are. I think that's key as you begin to diversify and grow.
Oh, wow. How can I even top that? Gosh. Well, anyway, I like what she said, ladies and gentlemen. She said, growing from a place of where you need to be, where your strength and your heart is. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, what she said? Grow where you are planted. Now, if it's just like a seed, ladies and gentlemen, if God put you in that, you're like a seed. God put you in that soil, grow from there. And now, if you're not comfortable with it, nobody's holding you there. You can take out that seed and plant in a different soil, and then grow from there. It needs to align in your values and mission in life, And sometimes, if you don't take it out yourself, God will literally put you out there. That's what God did to me. I was complaining about my life in home health. I loved it. I loved the money and everything. I loved my contracts and everything. And don't get me wrong, I was blessed, during that time. But I was complaining about the paperwork. People I work with are amazing. But I was complaining. I got tired. But I didn't quit. You know what God did to me? He fired me. He used those people to fire me. So I could move on to a better place, like what Kristen was talking about. And I like what she said. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy what you do. If you're not enjoying what you're doing right now, Facebook friends, YouTube friends, alternative healthcare career, if you're like burned out, literally, why are you still there? Nobody's putting chain on you. Yes, you got that golden handcuff, but like I was like you too. I was burned out. But don't wait to get fired like me. You have the choice to find your alternative career and follow what Kira and Kristen was talking about. Be open-minded, and then you will find your alternative career, and then you will find whatever you're looking for. Again, thank you very much, Kristen. Thank you very much, Kira. I appreciate you. I know you ladies are very busy. Thank you very much for coming over. I hope you can come in again in the future. Have a full hour of whatever you guys are talking about, and then we can go from there. Again, thank you, Kristen, Kira. Appreciate you. But before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen, always remember the word fast. Letter F, find friends that will push you to your next level, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So who are you hang out with? Tonight, I hang out with Kira. I hang out with Kristen. I feel like I'm going to be successful too. You got to learn how to find people. You got to be intentional, my friends. Look at Kira. She mentioned about, 15 clinicians in her clinic. I want to be like her. We're 16 right now. I want to be like that. I want to be more, do more. Not because I want to make more money, but because when I'm blessed, I can bless other people too. When you're blessed, ladies and gentlemen, you can bless other people too. When you're blessed financially, you can bless other people financially. When you're strong physically, guess what? You're able to help other people too physically. So do what Kira's talking about, all right? And then next letter, ladies and gentlemen, letter A. You got to learn how to take action. All this stuff that we're doing, it's not going to do me good. It's not even going to do Kira and Kristen good if you don't take action. Take action by going to her website. Take action by going to Kristen's webinar, whatever, could you please post your webinar thing later, Kristen? So take action. It doesn't have to be an expensive action. It could be a free. It could be, a paid action. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just take action. Go out, reach out. Some people, they would message me. That's the first step. And they would even apologize. Hey, Dr. Mike, I'm sorry. I sent you a message. But that's the first step, ladies and gentlemen. Take action. Reach out to Kira. Reach out to Kristen, okay? Next letter is letter S. Shoot for the moon. Why? You keep shooting for the moon, you're going to miss it. But you're going to be landing with the stars. Tonight, I kept on shooting. Well, guess what? I landed with the star with Kira and Kristen. They're the stars here, right? So keep it up, Kira and Kristen. Appreciate you. And last but not the least is letter T, is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. That's what Kira and Kristen are doing. They're teaching us how to find your alternative career. Again, reach out to them, send them a message, and then in that way you can find your alternative career. Again, thank you very much, my Facebook friends. I appreciate you. Be awesome, be great, be excellent. And we'll see you again in the next show. All right. Bye-bye.